but niggas ain't taking care of you goddamn right they ain't.
Move him to Battery Park. He can't go back to his mom's crib. They gonna kill him over there. Straight to Battery Park.
July 10th, 2026, Yankee Stadium. 45,000 people packed the building to watch one man perform one album, front to back, 30 years after he created it. That album sold only 43,000 copies during its first week.
Jay-Z hit the stage to a sold-out crowd at Yankee Stadium Friday night, kicking off a historic three-night run, celebrating a career that most would agree reshaped the global entertainment landscape.
Now, more people are inside this stadium than originally bought it. The first 2 nights disappeared so fast that officials added a third. Beyoncé opens the show. Nas steps out mid-set. Alicia Keys appears. Blue Ivy sits at the piano. Then, right in the middle of Jay-Z's coronation, a 48-year-old man from Marcy Houses walks onto the stage to perform a record he first made at 18. His name is Memphis Bleek. The song is Coming of Age, and the man who placed him on it 3 decades ago is standing beside him.
Jay-Z never really all right, Memphis Bleek you would say is his friend, but it was different for us. I think me and 50 was more friends than Jay-Z.
Why you gonna do that?
I'm not.
I'm gonna say I'm not.
I'm not taking shots at Bleek.
You try to say Bleek,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't try to do that. Bleek doing good. Don't do
I'm
that.
not saying he not. There you go,
I'm not.
He's going to do a versus.
You try to throw Bleek pockets
That's
all
my
under
man.
the motherfucking
No, I'm
That's
just-
my man.
I'm just saying.
I
Jay-Z my man, but like
I'm
Bleek.
just saying. No, not like I'm trying to blow up. Nah, it ain't like that.
Hey, Yayo chop to the back of a Jaguar, drag him down the street.
They always sign somebody to
Skin
I'm
off,
trying to tell you.
skin his skin off his body, and this it ain't like that.
Nah, I'm not saying that they wasn't friends, but I'm saying when you look at me and Fifth, like, all right, cool. Jay and Bleek did they sell drugs like in the same area? Like, was they around? I don't know if they really.
Yeah.
I seen I was on a block with it. Like,
But
Fifth was out.
you can't use that as
No, listen. What I'm saying is, it was more. I feel like I could compare it to Jay, to say Jay and Bleek. But I'm saying to you, I feel like me and Fifth had more of a friendship because Jay-Z was more business. Like, look at Murda. He didn't make no money with Jay-Z. Once he got down with 50, he made some bread.
Keep that image locked in, because 18 months before this victory lap, a man from South Jamaica, Queens, made a sharp comment about Bleek, and that statement has been ringing through hip-hop ever since. Tony spent 25 years beside 50 Cent. Memphis Bleek spent 30 years beside Jay-Z. 2 men who lived their adult lives as the second biggest name in the room were about to spend 18 months debating what the superstar in front of them owed them. But look closer, this was never beef. Neither man was really coming for the other man's boss. They were protecting their own, and each was defending a completely different version of what loyalty and love from a boss should look like. For Tony, that love looked like an apartment and being carried when life got rough. For Bleek, it looked like business opportunities, independence, and being pushed to stand on his own. So when 2 of rap's most loyal soldiers clash over what a boss owes his day ones, who really has the stronger case? The man who got looked after, or the man expected to build? Before this is over, you'll hear what the internet completely twisted about their argument.
That's one of the reasons why we so tight as a family, and why everyone in this room that's with us is gonna get money and get rich, because we believe in sharing. We're gonna toast to Rockefeller.
Had the whole project working for 50 or 500 as a youth.
All I ever did was sell crack.
Including one quote people keep repeating, even though the man getting blamed never actually said it. You'll also hear from one rapper who worked under both bosses, the closest thing this whole debate has to a real control group. And you're going to hear the man making the accusation quietly walk part of it back on camera 3 years before anybody paid attention. But first, look at how these two crews were built, because they were never built the same way. And that difference is the heart of this argument. Before we get deeper, do one thing, hit the like button, and if you want to support the channel, hype the video too, so it can move through the algorithm. Malik Cox is still a teenager, living near a rapper almost 10 years older than him.
Coming of age, you did a phenomenal job.
Hey fella, I've been watching you clocking. Who me holding down this block? It ain't nothing. You the man, nigga, now stop fronting.
Cause I remember when I heard it, I was like, who this? Yeah. And then they start saying, yo, that's son from Marcy, that's such and such. I was like, oh.
When Jay told me, yo, you know that was supposed to be for homie.
Yeah.
If homie didn't dub me,
I never dubbed you.
You want to see this?
I never dubbed you.
Yo, listen.
I would like to know who said that I dubbed you.
In June 1996, that rapper drops his debut album, and on track 9, he does something almost unheard of for a young kid from his own building. He gives him a verse. He gives him a character. He writes him straight into the story from day one. That song is Coming of Age. Malik Cox is Memphis Bleek, and he is only 18 years old.
The world see him as the billionaire. He always been that to me. So I don't think anything changed. Because the day I decided to be like, yo, I want to get money, I knew I want to get money like them. Him, Ty and all. Oh my God.
It's funny even, you know, not the Lawrence question, sort of, kind of, but you know, you see people online say things like, Bleek too loyal to Jay. Like, how is there such thing as being too loyal to somebody?
I don't know.
Especially if it's reciprocated.
Yeah, like how can you be too? I don't know no other way.
But understand what Bleek was handed that day, because it was not a bag of money. In 1996, Roc-A-Fella is only 3 men and a distribution deal. The album sells 43,000 copies in its first week and does not reach gold status for another 2 years. There is no giant payroll and no empire waiting to carry anybody. What Bleek gets is a verse, an open door, and a public introduction telling every listener, this kid is one of us. That was the inheritance, his name announced right in front of the opportunity. Here is what that launchpad cost, according to Bleek himself. A rival label offered him $75,000 to sign. Serious money then for a teenager in 1996. But he turned it down to stay loyal to a company that was barely a label yet. Listen to the choice he made at 18. Meanwhile, Marvin Bernard is outside in South Jamaica with a young Curtis Jackson, not in a studio, not inside some label office, but right there on the block. They are friends before they are rappers, and that order means everything in this story.
50 took care of me. I told him I lived in Battery Park, you know, kids walking barefoot over there, no glass. What's my girl name that was here? She was like, yeah, that's like a different part of New York. Tanya, she was like, it's like a different part of New York. I'm waking up, I'm out of jail, I'm seeing the Statue of Liberty. I'm like, wow. Oh shit, we really made it. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
And then I remember being in shock, because I was in the shock program.
Yeah, what's shock?
Shock is like a boot camp. Okay. So like my gun charge was nonviolent. So I could get shocked. So I'm like, yo, I gotta get out of jail as soon as possible because we blowing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck, I'm missing everything. Who's crying? You be crying to yourself. They call it the why me cell. Every time you get locked up, that's why they call it the why me. So I'm like, why me? Why me? I gotta get out of here. So I got accepted the shock. 50 had all kind of lawyers for us. So, you know, the lawyers was always there. That's why we shot him out. The lawyer fees, he took care of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow. So the lawyers, everything, I got shot. Boom. I'm in the back of the kitchen. Somebody come with like a magazine, a CO, like, yo, this is you. It's the Beg for Mercy album.
By 2000, they have formed G-Unit. Marvin Bernard is Tony, and this crew is built in the complete opposite direction. There is no famous album waiting to introduce him because no album exists yet. What they have is a squad that eats together long before anybody starts eating good. Mixtapes, one van, and nearly everything shared. By the time the real money arrives, their bond is already years deep, and it was never created as some clean business deal. One crew began as a label and built friendship inside it. The other began as friendship and placed a label on top of it. Every disagreement coming next grows from that one major difference. Then 2003 arrives, the whole machine finally takes off, and Tony is not even there to watch it happen. He is locked up on a gun charge during the exact year G-Unit explodes. The debut album drops while Tony's face is still on the cover. The crew goes on television wearing his name across their shirts. Free Tony becomes a movement before it even feels like a sentence. And that detail really changes everything. The loyalty argument Tony is still pushing in 2026 was shaped during the 1 year when he could not do anything for anybody. He was not the provider. He was the one being provided for. Hear Tony explain how it happened.
See, that was the thing about Fifth. Fifth was a cool ass nigga. Like, he didn't treat me, Banks, and Buck. He didn't treat us like artists, but he treated us like friends. Like, even that violator be like, well, y'all got 50. 50's always gonna help y'all.
Think about that scenery. Tony walks out of boot camp in upstate New York and wakes up staring at the Statue of Liberty. But underneath that picture is the detail Tony says explains why he was moved there.
Yo, me and Murda in the Armani Hotel, Eiffel Tower, we gonna see the Mona Lisa. We cutting the line. Like you said, security niggas. Like, oh shit, niggas know. Shit, we cut the line to see the Mona Lisa. You gonna pass that Gilly Wonka or what? Gilly?
No, he wasn't boys that.
I don't really smoke.
He drank the 40s. He drank the 40s to the subs.
He had not sold one record. He had not proven anything yet. That is the provider model in plain language. The help came before the success because the friendship existed before the label. Put both crews side by side, and the whole debate starts writing itself. One man received a character, a song, and a door, then got told to build something with it. The other received an apartment, legal help, and protection while trying to stay on track. Neither story automatically means generosity or neglect. They are simply two different answers to the same question.
Jay-Z's not gonna do nothing for them. But you got 50. So it was the difference, like, a nigga get just making money. You make $250,000, you start spending that money before you pay the taxes. Like, here, I got you. I don't see Jay doing that for Bleek.
For roughly 22 years, nobody forced either side to say that answer publicly. Then January 2025 arrives. Tony sits on a podcast beside Uncle Murda, and the comparison finally clearly leaves his mouth with one specific name attached to it. You heard the first half, Jay-Z was more business, but Tony does not leave it there. He gets specific, and once he gets specific, this stops sounding like an opinion and becomes a claim people can actually check. That is the thing about receipts. They can work for you or turn against you. A man who says, "Trust me," can stay vague forever. A man who says, "Look at this," gives everybody something to examine. He didn't treat us like artists. He treated us like friends.
Like, look at Murda. He didn't make no money with Jay-Z. Once he got down with 50, he made some bread.
Murda was with Jay. I didn't know you was with Hov.
Yeah, Jay's cool, but
Well, you changed that. You ain't had no change.
I made a little
Wait, hold on.
What you definitely don't compare to no Jay-Z.
What you throw that joint on one more time?
You ain't got no change. You ain't got no change. Fuck out of here. You wasn't with that. He wasn't with that. He ain't got no change. Fuck out of here.
Jay is more of a Jay. See, that was the thing about Fifth. Fifth was a cool ass nigga. Like, he didn't treat me, Banks, and Buck. He didn't treat us like artists, but he treated us like friends.
That is Tony's entire argument, and for the last year and a half, he has kept stacking examples behind it. But this is also where his case gets shaky, because hotel rooms, luxury trips, and Eiffel Tower stories can easily sound like flexing to anybody already skeptical.
Expecting music from y'all together.
We got a whole overseas
Don't
project. We got some
let
shit
this guy
coming,
be
man.
bashful. He wrote half of the rap up in Paris. Half he started in Dubai, man. Through the country, we do shit that these motherfuckers don't do.
That's
That's
a fact.
Look, they look like us, they smell like us, but they not
us. Definitely not us.
Because a lot of your favorite rap groups have never been to Dubai, never been nowhere. And they can be like, oh, you went only because of 50. Bitch, I done been to Qatar. Not you, but bitch, I done been to Qatar on my own.
Thank you.
Not you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell them. Oh, you only going because of 50. Motherfucker, I done been to Dubai and Qatar on my own, doing my own shows. So motherfucker could say what he want. But I got to a point where I didn't really care about people's opinion. I read a book, it's called Art of Not Giving a Fuck. One of the best books I read. And I really don't give a fuck. I don't care about public opinion, Instagram comments. Because these people are made to break you. They want to break artists. They want to break you. Nobody believe you. I was in 50 crib, no roaches and all that. We in a little spot, small spot. Nobody believed in that. He playing Get Rich or Die Trying already in the crib. He had half that done. Niggas was like, all right.
Once the shit take off, niggas is looking like everybody get confused. Because they don't think that your dream is going to come. But you gotta, you know what I mean? That's why I respect him. Because we had more of an assist. We had 50 Cent. So I knew I was okay. We sold 11 million records. I'm on the album. I'm good. I'm going to get a percentage of his fame. I'm good. He had to kind of more do it on his own. Even motherfucker, he had deals with Jay-Z and them, but Jay-Z ain't going never. Dude, I always tell him all the time, Jay-Z ain't treat me like this, nigga.
Oh, he definitely like playing. Yeah, this nigga's a
Jay-Z might not even say hard as though.
So we just, the party we was just at in Miami with the Kardashians, Serena Williams, and everybody. We just finished performing. Great time, right? First thing my man here want to say, yeah, shit lit. Jay-Z will never take you to a party like this.
You might get invited to the brunch.
Nah, I don't get invited to the brunch.
Jay-Z and all these guys. I respect.
That's where my first 6-figure check came from. So shout out to Hov.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you how we get treated. I'm quite sure Hov and a lot of artists, they treat some of their artists maybe good, maybe not. I'm just telling you how we get treated. You know. I don't know. Jay-Z never had him in a Money Hotel.
It is gotta go. It is gotta go.
You know what I mean?
It is
shit,
gotta
my man Jeremy being that shit, man. You know what I mean?
Caviar pancakes?
Caviar pancakes. I'm looking around and I'm like, this shit is crazy. And when we came there, people was there early. They said Giorgio Armani was actually there for breakfast.
Wow.
You know, so
when you walk up the steps, you got all type of dope little like sculptures of females dressed a certain way and all types of dope shit. Nah, shit was fly.
Yeah, you know, they got all the Armani products in there, but that was like a hotel that I've never been to. You know, because I've been to a lot of hotels, being on the road with 50. But the Armani Hotel, yeah, that was Italy, right? Italy, yeah, that was crazy.
What'd you love about it, Murda?
The best, I ain't gonna lie, the best part about the tour for me, it kind of just be like us bugging out. Me, Ye, my man Litro, even when Fifth would pop up in the room or some shit like that. Like, that'd be the part that people will like really never see. Like some shit you'll just never really see on camera. How we would just joke on each other or just bug out. Everything is like, everything is laugh. Like, with us is like kind of non-stop laughter. Like, period. We just laughing 24/7. I'm not gonna hold you. So that'd be like the best part of the whole shit for me.
So Tony reaches for a harder comparison, a real person. He tells a story about being backstage with several Philadelphia rappers signed to Jay-Z's label alongside a manager, now deceased, who worked with both camps. According to Tony, that manager looked around the room and said, Jay-Z is not going to do anything for them, but you've got 50. That is Tony repeating another man's words, and the man is no longer here to confirm them. Nobody else who was supposedly in that room has publicly backed the story on record. So take it for exactly what it is, not proven fact, but one man's memory of one sentence.
I seen something Tony Yayo said, Hov don't look out for me like 50 look out for him.
Oh, where he said that?
I just want to clear that up. Hov don't have to.
All right.
You know what I mean?
All right, okay.
I'm chewing a lie on my own. If Hov look out, I'm telling you, I'll be up there. So when y'all see me out here, that's the Blizzle budget. But back to you, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I just want to let niggas know Hov don't have to.
Notice what just happened. To prove that 50 Cent looks after his people, Tony pointed towards somebody else's artist. The second he made that comparison, he opened the door for everybody to check the record. Because sitting beside him in that exact conversation was a rapper who had actually signed with both camps. Uncle Murda joined The Roc in 2007 with a serious push behind him. Then Jay-Z stepped away from the label 1 year later. Murda got stuck in limbo, and eventually he was released.
People look at Bleek and don't understand the business he's doing. They always look at Jay like, oh
yeah.
But
that's
nah,
why,
nigga, Bleek
that's
out
why you
here
got
making
niggas like
moves.
Yayo talking about, Jay don't take care of nigga. I don't need Jay to go on tour.
Yo, smoke hard coke, yo.
Yo, chill. Yo, chill.
You look like you need to be taken care of, nigga. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene, nigga. You look like you need help. Tell your man 50 send you an ounce or something, yo.
In 2016, he signed with 50 Cent's G-Unit, where he remains today. One rapper, two teams. He is the only living person who can speak from inside both systems, and this debate has been unfolding right in front of him. Here is Tony in January 2025, using Uncle Murda as evidence. Now rewind 3 years to December 2022. Same two men, different room, long before this became a major conversation. Tony makes the same argument, but this time Uncle Murda answers for himself. Pay attention to what that answer changes, because it is not what the internet has been repeating. Two things just happened, and people have spent 3 years twisting one of them backward. First came the quiet walk back. Tony admitted the comparison was not clean. Maybe good, maybe not. I'm just telling you how we get treated. That is not Tony calling Jay-Z cheap. That is a man admitting he only knows his own experience. Second, nearly every article covering that clip flipped the meaning. Go back and listen carefully. Tony gave Jay-Z credit. That brings us to August 2025 and the one man defending the other side. Bleek stayed quiet for 7 months until somebody placed the quote in front of him during a podcast. Watch how calmly he handles it. He is being told on camera that the most important relationship of his life was just business.
Yayo was up here. Yayo's thing had, what did he say? That
Jay-Z don't help nobody?
Jay-Z don't help nobody.
And here's the response from the man who spent 30 years living it.
He's a dependent. Of course he viewed life through, look out for me. Mm-hmm. I never looked at, come on, Jay raised bosses, man. He don't raise dependents. We all bosses, business owners. No, I got a bar and a restaurant in Vegas. Tell him pull up and come eat. Everything free on me.
And then he does the thing Tony never did. He itemizes.
Listen, we do rap. I have 4 gold albums, by the way. 4, all gold, hanging up plaques. Successful albums. I have 2 restaurants. I have a label that was successful. Warehouse.
And it was at Roc Nation.
Shout out Casanova, free Cash, free my nigga Taxstone. We made moves, you know what I mean? We did what we did. Do say, moving, crazy. Mind Right Exotics, in stores, crazy. Rock Solid Pop, shout out High Tolerance. In the streets, crazy. Wait, yo.
Rock Solid Podcast.
Oh, yeah, my bad. My bad. I ain't even bring that up.
That's what he wanted you to say. That's why that was the setup for you.
Podcast on Black Effect, iHeart, Drink Champs. Word. Like, what more niggas want me to do?
Bleek does not raise his voice. Jay-Z doesn't have to. 3 words, and suddenly the entire debate looks different. Tony's case says a boss who does not provide has failed his people. Bleek's case says a boss who keeps providing forever may stop his people from becoming bosses themselves. Same evidence, completely opposite verdicts.
I don't want to hear this 50 Cent shit and Jay-Z shit. My wife right here, we just came from Paris, rocking the Chateau. My daughter was in there, was in the room Leonardo da Vinci built. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, my son just was at Night 1, Reasonable Doubt. Where's these niggas' kids? And you talking about somebody taking care of you. Like, what more niggas want me to do? I know what I'ma do. I'ma start a daycare center for senior citizens, rappers. Since they want to be dependent and want people to look out for them, but only thing they gotta let me put life insurance on them. So if they die, we cash it out.
You get your money back.
God damn.
So then the conversation turned personal. In October 2025, Bleek posts a photo from a sold-out Tokyo show with 4 words aimed straight at Queens. Tell hype man Tony, let's see his show. Days later, Bleek is sitting beside Jim Jones on camera when Jones hears Tony's argument secondhand and completely detonates. Then the bosses finally looked up. 50 Cent posted that he had been doing some soul searching and wanted out of G-Unit because Tony was taking too long to fire back. It was a joke, but look at what that joke suggests. The man at the top of the provider model was watching his soldier defend him and rating the response. No post, no sneak diss, no bar. For 18 months, the man at the center of this accusation never acknowledged that the debate even existed. Then, 9 months after Bleek first responded, Jay-Z booked New York's biggest stadium for 3 nights. On opening night, he brought Memphis Bleek onto the stage to perform Coming of Age. You can call that an answer, you can call it a coincidence, but you cannot act like it meant nothing. 4 days later, Bleek walked into a radio station and finally let everything loose. July 14th, 2026, The Breakfast Club. But before his response, there needs to be one correction because this is where the internet's version of the story completely falls apart. The line repeated across articles and thumbnails claims Tony said Jay-Z doesn't help anybody. Go search for it. It is not in the podcast and it is not in Tony's interviews. That line came from a radio host summarizing the debate in the room that morning. Bleek was responding to that summary, not Tony's words. What Tony really said was smaller, cleaner, and harder to argue against. Jay-Z was more business. Keep that difference locked in, because Bleek is about to respond to the loudest version of a claim Tony never actually made that way. Now comes the response from the man who lived this story for 30 years, and Bleek does something Tony never did. He breaks it down, item by item, but be careful, because this video cannot choose the answer for you. Bleek may have proven Jay-Z's business model worked, or he may have proven he had to build everything himself because nobody would hand it over. Both readings fit same list, and both can be honest. The second you choose one side, you stop studying the evidence and start cheering for your favorite. What is clear is the energy behind Bleek's words. By the time he reaches the end of that list, this is no longer about money. So when rap's two most loyal soldiers debate what a boss owes his day ones, who is right? Neither and both. The question was flawed from the beginning. Tony's point was that 50 gave him an apartment when returning home could have put his life at risk. He also explained how 50 shared his success and looked after his people at every stage. Memphis Bleek received a verse at 18 and spent 30 years learning how the money really moves from a man who was his friend before becoming his boss. Tony measures love by how somebody repays loyalty. Bleek measures it by what somebody teaches you to build once they are no longer beside you. Neither man is describing failure. They are explaining their lives and defending the only version of loyalty either has ever known. The control group already showed where this argument ends. Maybe good, maybe not. Uncle Murda took a 6-figure check from one side and built a 15-year career with the other. When people asked him to choose, he thanked the room he was sitting in and left the rest alone. 3 decades later, this much is undeniable. Both Tony and Bleek are still standing beside the same men they came up with. Both camps created somebody willing to defend his boss on camera for free in his 40s against strangers who are not personally invested. Whatever loyalty really means, both systems produced it. One created a man who says, "Thank you for everything." The other created a man who says, "He never had to do anything for me." Ask which one represents real loyalty, and you have already missed the point. Go back to those 2 lines from the beginning, before you knew who was speaking or what this debate was about. Hear them again with the story. "I've seen Jay help, but that's not the point." Tony said that during his own argument, yet almost nobody clipped it. They never disagreed about whether 50 Cent or Jay-Z cared about them. They disagreed about what that care should look like and what loyalty from a boss should cost. 30 years later, both men are successful beside the people they started with and still defending those relationships for free. That kind of loyalty cannot be bought. Drop your opinion in the comments. Hit like, hype the video, subscribe to Dripzine, and turn on notifications so you never miss the breakdown.
And I understood.
But 50 done that. And let me just say this. All right.
I seen Jay help up.
But that ain't the point. What I'm trying to get to you is that it's different levels of friendships and brotherhood.